Hey y'all, me again. We are finally going to go out here and plant us some cowpeas. Check this rig out. Borrowed this from Department of Natural Resources. I mentioned that in an earlier video. Nice little machine there, 6.5 foot cut. Got Old Faithful, the M, hooked up to her. Got our good jag of corn and black-eyed peas in there. Got it mixed together. I think I got my setting about where I want it to be, just in case I'm going to throw the special adjuster tool in the toolbox here. Old 49 Farm OM don't sound half bad. Of course, custom-made hydraulics there. And, quasi-updated, speak English, I'll make 2 languages. Drawbar, there we go. Yeah, I'm shaking around, getting myself situated up here. Darn pistol's getting in the way, I don't like it. The shoulder holster is nice. Uncle Mike's makes a good product, but I would definitely prefer a Denali chest holster. I'm going to have to put that cannon somewhere. I'd rather have it right slap here on the front of my chest. But hey, it's all good. Reverse, second. Let's go plant some beans. Take y'all for a ride on the old Fanatical Farmall here. I was really surprised yesterday we did a little test pull with it up at the farm. I didn't even have any seed in the box or anything. I just wanted to see how it's going to pull. It actually pulls this thing pretty well. I mean, I don't think it would pull no 10-foot drill across the field. But you know what? I wouldn't be afraid to try it once. I know it would do an 8-foot just fine. This is 6.5 foot that I've got. And it totes that along like nobody's business. And my cherry tree's all picked over now, so I might take that bottom limb off of there for Bob. This is our rental property that we have. Say something to the owner about maybe taking that lower branch off so we don't clothesline ourselves when we come in here in the car. But neat old house. The house was built back in the 1700s, I believe. Upstairs was slave quarters. So, a lot of history down in this area. A lot of history. Alright. Cruise on around here. And I'll probably pop back in, shoot a little more vid here after we actually get started planting. Looking up there on the hill. Get closer, you'll be able to see the old Ford tractor I've got to work on. Need to get it back up and going. It was Bob's granddad's. So we want to get that up and running for him. I got the parts laying on the seat of my truck, the gasket we need and whatnot. Hopefully I can get through all this planting and stuff. I'll actually have time to do that for him. Oh yeah, she knows that drill's back there now. We're coming up this little bit of a grade here into the backyard area. Oh yeah. That's got her attention. That's got her attention for sure. I don't see any of my little deer friends out here today. They'll be out after a while, I'm sure. I got one little deer that runs around here, the older doe, 3-legged, tripod, and she's as curious about us humans as we are about her. I was out baling hay out here a couple weeks ago, and she came out, brought her 2 babies with her. She had 2 fawns this year. She brought them out, and they stood and watched and played, and she watched what I was doing, and I guess finally I got boring, and I wasn't providing any entertainment value for the kids, so she went on about her merry way.
There's that old milking barn in here on the left. You can see what's left of the parlor area back there through the weeds. Down here, we're not going to plant this field on the left. That's what we call the deer field. The hunters, they got stands set up all around there, and truthfully, it yielded really good hay this year, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. We did lime it earlier, so come out pretty decent. Down here in the horseshoes where we're actually going to plant, I'm actually going to go all the way up into the back and start planting there and work my way forward. That way, if I run out of seed, well, it is what it is. But yeah, the yield off of this field was less than what I would call stellar. So I figure we'll run plant a legume in here and plant some forage corn with it, and then we'll just come back and cut it all as haylage along about September or so, around fair time. But a little greener than I thought it would be. I probably should have bush hogged it off, but we'll see what we get. We shall see what we shall see. Big old Osage orange tree right there. Yeah, this fall that puppy's going out of there. As you can see down there at the bottom, animals here have been doing their part to field strip it. I really don't want to take the whole thing down, but I do want to get up in there and, you know, at least cut it back to where I can get around it with the baler and the hay vine and the everything else. But back here is where we're going to do most of our planting. I figure, I'll show you here in a second, coming up to this opening, get through the neck as it were. When we break that in the open here, we're going to go from that corner back there, you can see a little outcropping, right down there where that little green bush is in the corner of their fence. We're going to come up this way, and then all the way over to the railroad tracks out there, and then all the way back down into this back corner. This real tall stuff over here is where they tried to put a pond in. That didn't work out too good for them, so we're not going to go in there and try to do no whole lot of anything. I figure I'll start on this back corner back here, just come back and forth until I get out to the edge here where this excuse me, tall stuff is, and then I'll plant this piece over here. We'll go the opposite. We'll go 90 degrees. We'll go perpendicular to it and plant that in, because we're going to cut it with a hay vine, so I don't have to worry about doing the roads in any special direction or anything to allow for row crop harvest. We'll harvest it with a hay vine and a pickup head on the chopper, and that'll be that. But this is what we're going to do this afternoon. So I'm going to get to it, and we'll catch y'all another video here shortly.